Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2024 Honda Pilot EXL. This one is a 7-passenger platinum white pearl with gray interior, so not a common configuration. The EXL does sit right in the middle of the lineup, so you have LX, Sport, EXL, Trail Sport, Touring, and Elite. So in my opinion, this is about mid-trim. It's not too loaded and not too basic. Every Pilot will come standard full LED headlights. So you have high beam, low beam, turn signals, daytime running lights. The EXL will give you LED fog lights as well. You can see this parking sensors down below, and you have this little chrome piece right above your, it's like an actual air vent in there. You can see it's actually functional, and flat black on the lower portion here, some silver to kind of break it up, flat black on the grill, chrome kind of eyebrow that goes across the whole piece as well. Huge Honda emblem, which houses your radar right behind it. And it just gives you a presence from up front, especially comparing from the previous Pilot. I got one right over here. You can see going from that guy to this guy. Huge improvement. It's a little bit more box area with this generation. And the EXL does give you 18s. If you get the Sport, if you get a Touring, if you get an Elite, you will get 20s. But I believe I think the LX get 18s, the EXL get 18s, and the Trail Sport get 18s. So you should have a better ride compared to the 20s because you have more tire wall. These tires are 255/60 and wrap around the 18s, but simple design, nothing too crazy. A little flat black above it as well. On the side mirrors, you can see it's body colored up top, flat black right down below, LED turn signals built in, nice touch. And you do have the wider windshield, and you have the updated Honda sensing camera that's wider from the previous Pilot. No moon roof, well, panoramic roof, because either you get a panoramic roof or you get nothing up top. And we're gonna come around here. I can show you guys this side of the sun, because I gotta show off the platinum white pearl. Like, look at the color. I don't know if you guys could pick that up. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up, but it's definitely a beautiful color. Look at that. And that's why this is such a popular color, because it's not a flat white. So taking a look on the sides here, you do have chrome on the bottom of the window, and there's flat black right above the window. There's no roof rails up top, and you do have BSI, so blind spot monitoring on both sides of the side mirrors, which is standard on the EXL. The door handles are body colored as well. The Platinum White Pro just pops in the sun. It's like the perfect time to see this color. Taking a look at the rear, you can see the first thing to notice is the big Pilot is spelled out on the back, which is cool. On every trim level, it's the same color, same font, same everything. But right up above, you do have your shark fin antenna that is body colored. Little window spoiler as well, nothing too crazy. Half body colored, half flat black. Exposed wipers, LED third brake light up top as well. The Honda emblem in chrome, all-wheel drive in chrome. You can get it blacked out, and you have a combination rear tail lights. So your brake lights, LED. I can see the bulb for the reverse lights, and I can see the bulbs for the turn signals. And down below, you do have parking sensors in the rear. Little silver piece right here to kind of break it up. And then coming down below, you have your exhaust finishers here. So it is dual exhaust, but it's just not exposed. And you can see your spare tires under there as well. And the spare tires are donut, and EXL will give you smart key access as well. So you have lock, you have unlock, you have remote start, and you have power tailgate, which starts on the EXL. So EXL and up will give you the power tailgate. If you want the kick feature, I believe you either have to get a Touring or it might be on the Elite only. Gotta double check. We're gonna check when we jump into the brochure. You can hold it, close that guy back as well. And on the door handle itself, you guys should be pretty familiar with this feature where if you tap the door handle, it locks all the doors. If you put your hand in there, it'll unlock the driver door. And there's a sensor in the back of the door handle that will sense that the key is nearby. By default, Honda have it set to only unlock the driver door. So you can go in the menu and change it where if you put your hand in that door handle, it'll unlock all the doors. Also, another shortcut is if you walk up to the passenger door and put your hand in there, it'll unlock all the doors. Anyways, if you get I believe a Touring and up, or it might be Trail Sport and up, I don't know, I think it's Touring and up, you get smart entry on the back door handles as well, but you don't have it on the EXL. So taking a look at the gray interior, we're gonna start off with the driver door. hint of gray right up in this upper portion here. You have soft touch up top, gloss black with a hint of a little silver to break it up a little bit. Soft touch here, and definitely here, feels good. It's gray. You have auto up down for the rear windows and the front windows, power locks and power mirrors. And because it's an EXL, you do get 2-position memory seats only on the driver door. On the back of each key, you're gonna have a number, either 2 or 1. And when you store your memory seat settings to a key, it will store your seat setting, like your seat position, your mirrors, and some of your settings. So when you unlock it for whichever key you have, it'll go back to that last setting. Also, if you have the other person's key and you push 1 or 2, it'll go to how you had it as well. You have additional storage down there, little bottle holder down there as well, more storage down below. On the driver's seating here, they are power. So you have a 2-way lumbar in and out. You have power for the back, forward and back. The whole seat, forward and back. You can go up and down with the whole seat. And you can move this thigh portion here where it goes up and down. And you can see the material on the seating. So they're not perforated. They're just normal leather, but still feel good, nice and soft. Very comfortable. On the passenger seat, it's a 4-way power. So forward and back, and then same thing, you can move the back forward and back, and that's it. There's no up and down. So we're gonna jump in here and get the engine running because it is a warm day. So hold your foot on the brakes. It is push button start. The button's right back here. Turn it down a little bit. Got the AC cranking. We're gonna close this guy up. And on the left portion here, you do have one vent that is gloss black, and you can close it. And you have your power trunk button up here, your traction control button here, blank button there. If you want to pop the hood, it's right down there. There's no lever to open the gas tank because you have to physically push in on the door and it will open the gas tank door for you. If I remember, I'll show you guys when I get it back outside. Every Pilot will have the half digital, half analog cluster besides the Elite. The Elite is the only model to get the full digital. I think it's like a 10.2-inch display for the driver, but it's a nice display. If you guys watch most of my Honda videos, you're gonna be very familiar with it's pretty much almost in everything right now. On the steering wheel, it is leather wrapped. Feels good to the hand, not too thick but not too skinny either. You have some gloss black in the middle portion there, and the same material the door handle looks like is in the middle. I like how it looks. Behind the steering wheel, you have paddle shifters. You have plus and minus, so you can shift up and shift down. This does have a 3.5 V6, and that's standard in every Pilot, and the transmission will be a 10-speed automatic. On the steering wheel controls, you have volume, you have next track, previous, you have your home button for the screen right there. We're going to get into that in a second. You do have voice control, so if you have Android, it's Google Assistant, or if you have Apple, it'll be Siri. And then you have a scroll wheel that will allow you to go through the different controls as well. So taking a look at the controls, we have, actually let me zoom in there for you guys. So we got range and fuel, warning, gauge display, brightness, you can have nothing, your safety features. So the EXL will have road departure mitigation, blind spot monitoring, low speed braking control. So if you're like in a parking lot or just somewhere where you're driving under 3 miles per hour and you're going to hit something, it will automatically brake because the sense you're going to hit an obstacle. You have your parking sensors on and off, and the automatic braking, so collision mitigation braking system on and off in there as well. And to go back to the menu, you have your tire pressure. I know the CRV doesn't view your tire pressure, so it's cool that they show it on here. And you have your oil life, who got the seatbelt on, all-wheel drive torque distribution, driver attention, so are you waking up to drive? If you don't have a destination, just a compass, phone, audio, speed and time, and back to range and fuel. And the right side, like I said, always will be analog, pretty much have a speedometer, but you also have a digital speedometer right there as well. On the left stalk, you do have auto headlights. So you have off, auto, parking light, and on, and your fog lights controls on that side. And you have auto high beams. The right side is going to have your wipers. So you have off, intermediate, low, high for the front wipers, off, intermediate, and on for the rear wipers. And if you see this little picture right there, you actually have a cleaner for the backup camera. It's so funny that they have it for the front, but this doesn't have a front camera. Only the Trail Sport and the Elite have the front camera, but I guess they just kept the picture on there. So that's interesting. I didn't even notice that. On the right side of the steering wheel, you're gonna have your cruise on, cancel, resume set. Just adjust the distance for your adaptive cruise control. And this is to turn on your lane keep assist system. So you have some of your safety features there. The rest of them is in the menu. Honda used to have like a sea of buttons over here on the pilots previously, and they try to clean it up a little bit and have some of the features on the screen instead. Coming along to the middle portion over here, you do have the 9-inch touchscreen display. I believe every trim level will get the 9-inch besides the LX. I think the LX actually is going to have the smaller screen. The Sport may have the smaller screen too, I believe. And EXL and up will get the bigger screen. So because you have the bigger screen, you do have a little bit more goodies than the 7-inch screen. So you have phone, FM, Bluetooth. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it's wireless on EXL and up. And you have satellite radio in here, trip computer, USB. You do have general vehicle settings. I'm gonna jump into vehicle settings real fast because I love the new menu. See all the settings right now. If I change anything, it'll be for driver 2 because I have driver 2. If you have driver 1, you can get in here, start the car with the driver 1 key, and push your settings to exactly how you want it. But I love the new menu that they have compared from the previous generation. So we're gonna hit back, and then you have a compass, Honda Link. Honda Link is a lot better for the newer generation. I'm still trying to make a video on Honda Link, but coming soon. It's really cool. And you do have display mode, and you have cabin talk. So cabin talk wasn't standard on the EXL before, but now it is. So when you turn this feature on, whoever's sitting in the third row, they can hear you through an intercom. So if I turn this up, you guys probably can hear my echo back there. Hey, sit down. Stop throwing french fries. Stop picking your nose. You know, you can scream at the kids, but you can do it without turning your head. So it's a cool little feature. I like it. We'll go back to home. You do have dedicated shortcuts that will always be there at the bottom, so you can actually hold an app and then you can drag it and put it wherever you want. You can have it like right there, and then boom, it'll be right there, and then hit done, and now Sirius is right there. So it's very customizable. The left side does have physical buttons, so this is not touchscreen. It's actual button, back key. You have a volume knob. You have your next track and previous, and that's pretty much it. Easy to use. Up top, also going to have your sources as well. Right below that, you're going to have the air vents. It doesn't follow the Civic with the new air vent that goes across the whole thing. Almost everything is following that setup, but the Pilot have its own thing going on. And I like that they added this little storage here. I believe the first generation Pilot had this before, and then they I guess took it away, and then now it's back. You have one air vent over there, and right below that you have your climate control. So everything is not just on the screen. You have physical buttons and knobs. So you do have heated front seats, high, medium, and low for the driver. Same thing for the passenger. And you do have a tri-zone climate control. So driver, rear passengers, and your passenger can have 3 different temperatures, which is cool. You have your different modes here. You have auto, you have AC on and off, front defrost, fan speed, or turn the whole system on and off. You have heated side mirrors and heated back glass, air circulation on and off, and sync. So when you turn it off, passenger could catch on fire, and then driver stay cool, rear passenger stay cool. But if you want to, you can hit rear settings and then, make your rear passengers cook too, and then you could be the only one that's cool. But if you hit sync, you control all 3 based on the driver's temperature. And just now, you can turn on and off the rear climate HVAC, and this is the rear setting though, just on, and you can lock the buttons for the rear because they actually have their own buttons back here to do their climate control. But when we get back there, I'll show you guys. But you can lock it so your kids is not messing with the buttons. The glove box is lockable, and it's a decent size. It's not lined on the inside, but it will fit plenty of goodies. Down below the climate control, you do have a little storage right here. I don't know what you're really gonna put right here. Maybe not a phone. Phones are too big nowadays, but maybe you can put like a wallet in there or a key or something like that. You do have USB-A and USB-C, so you have both, and you do have a power outlet as well. The EXL will give you a wireless phone charger with additional storage. You can fit 2 phones here, and you do have your transmission selector here, which is controls the 10 speed. Park, if you hold the brakes, you push this way for reverse, and you can see you have just a standard rear view camera. If you want the full 360, you have to get a Trail Sport or a Elite, but this backup camera will give you wide angle, normal, and looking straight down. You have a top down angle, And you also have cross traffic, and cross traffic will alert you if there's a car coming from this way or that way. And you also can make it smaller where you show the radar of the pilot, where it can show you how close you are to something as well. Even though all models don't get a 360, it's nice that they give you a bigger screen, and the quality on it is okay. It's not like high definition or anything like that, but it's not bad. Neutral and drive. If you push it again, it'll put it into a sport mode, and it'll put the transmission to a sport mode where it'll shift, it'll hold higher RPM, shift more aggressively, give you a more spirited drive. Cup holders here can fit different sizes, and right down below you have drive mode. So the EXL give you multiple drive modes. So you toggle up and down. You have sport, you have normal, econ, snow, trail, sand, and tow. So a lot more modes than previously on the previous generation. You have electronic parking brake. You have your engine auto stop off button here. Now, when you turn this feature off, if you turn off the pilot and then turn it back on again, it's back on again. You have to turn it off each time. It's not going to permanently turn that off. And then you do have a downhill cruise control. So it's pretty much a hill descent control where you can set up to 12 miles per hour, and it'll, have you crawl up to 12 miles per hour, or depending on whichever speed that you have that set at. And you do have your brake hold feature too. So while you're in drive and you're holding the brakes, you can take your foot off the brakes, you're in drive, and it'll hold your brake. Seatbelt will have to be on. Your rear brake lights will be on, so the person behind you know it's on, and it'll stay on for 10 minutes. And then if it's holding the brake longer than 10 minutes, it'll turn off and turn on the emergency parking brake. You do have a center console here. It's soft touch, but it's not that soft. It's got some firmness to it. And then you have the storage in here, and you don't have any controls, just a rubber mat down there, a little sticker, and a little storage up here, and that's pretty much it. And then coming along to the rear view mirror, you do have home link built in, so garage openers right here, and it is auto dimming rear view mirror, so you can turn it on and off there. You do have LED lighting throughout the whole cabin, and you'll also have a sunglass holder slash who threw that Cheeto mirror. You don't got to turn your head back. You can keep your eyes on the dogs or the kids or the adults or wherever you got back there. And for the visor here, you do get a mirror with a light, but it's not LED, but you do get a light. Same thing on the passenger side. You get a light, not LED, and because it is an EXL, I say because it's not EXL, you don't get a moonroof on here. There's no moonroof at all. So either you get a panoramic roof or you get no moonroof. But EXL, no moonroof. If you go up to a Trail Sport, Touring, or Elite, you get the panoramic roof. EXL, Sport, and LX doesn't get anything up there. So let's jump out of here and jump into the second row. So that's where your kids, your passengers is gonna be driving. All right, let's get back here so you can see how wide the door opens. So pretty wide. The rear doors do mimic the driver door. So same gloss black. You get a little silver piece here. You do get some peasant blockers built in, and you just clip them on, which is cool. And soft touch back here. Soft touch on this portion here. Hard touch up here. And you have some storage there. Cup holder, bottle holder, more storage, and then more storage down below. Get a tweeter on there and a speaker down below. Now this is a 7-passenger, so because of that, you don't get a middle seat. It's just captains in the second row, and that's it. So when you get an EXL, you have two options: get the bench, or you get this captain. And I know ideally a lot of people want the white with the gray interior. So white with the gray and a 7-passenger is not too common. But let's jump in here, and you can see plenty of leg room back here. These seats do move forward and back, so there's a bar underneath you can pull. You can adjust front and back. You have your HVAC controls down here, and you have your air vents. They're pointing to the moon right now, but you have your temperature. You can have auto back here, which is cool, on and off, different modes, fan speed, and that's why you have the lock button that I showed you that was right there, because you don't want the kids messing with these buttons back here. And you have 2 USB-Cs back here for charging, which is cool. Behind the driver's seat, you have a map back pocket with a smartphone holder too, and you have the same thing behind the passenger pocket and a smartphone holder. And because this is a 7-passenger, there's nothing here. You step on this thing, it's no cup holders or nothing. But because you get the captain's chairs, you do get the armrests on these seats, which is cool, because if you go up to a touring, the touring has a removable middle seat, but when you remove the seat, you don't have armrests, because technically the seat that's in the middle is the armrest. So that's something to keep in mind. But we're gonna jump out of here and now get into the third row. The second row is actually pretty comfortable though. I like it back here. And you have multiple ways to get back there. One is this easy button right here. You push it, it'll fold it and move forward for you automatically, which is cool. And you can see the third row back there. And I'm actually gonna get back there. There's so much space that you have. I mean, if my seat was up more, I have more space, but this is not bad. Because these SUVs with the third row, usually it's not easy to get back here, and they're usually not that spacious. So actually, let me close the door so we can get a feel of how it is back here. And then with the seat back, I still got a few inches behind me, and you can see the cockpit from back there. Well, from up there. Well, from back here to up there. I don't know what I'm talking about today. And your third passengers do have their own air vent. The MDX actually doesn't have any air vents at all. So you have an air vent, you have a USB-C back here, which I'm surprised. And you do have a cup holder with a tie down. On the right side, you have a cup holder, air vent, and two USB-Cs back here, which is cool because I think on the Odyssey, you have one power outlet on one side and one USB-A on the other side. So it's cool that the Pilot, they add two USB-Cs. And it does seat 3 back here. If it's an adult coming back here, it's definitely going to be someone you hate you're going to put back here. Back here is mostly for kids. You have the seatbelt up there for whoever sits in the middle. Probably be a tight fit if it's 3 adults. Actually, I don't think 3 adults could fit back here. I think 2 adults could fit back here. You may could squeeze someone in the middle, but definitely could fit 3 kids back here. Push this button, same thing, fold forward, so you can get out. And you can fit 2 car seats in the third row as well. So I'm gonna jump out and show you guys before we get to the trunk. So on these captain's chairs here, you have the exposed latches for the car seat. You don't gotta like dig your hand in there and look for them. They're exposed. They're right there. And then for the third row, same thing. So you have, oh, actually, look like you only can fit 1 car seat back here. I think I said 2. So you can see you have the symbols right there with the bars right under there. But I don't see anything on this side. Yeah, I don't think you only can fit 1 car seat back there. So if you get a 7 passenger, you can fit 1 car seat in the third row, 2 car seats in the second row. Well, let's take a look at the cargo space in the back. Oh, before I forget, you push, cap is filler. Technically the gas cap is right here. And then when you lock the Pilot, it will lock that door. So anyone can't just open that guy up. So power tailgate, see the washer for the rear view camera that I was telling you about. That's new for this new generation of Pilots. Also, the tailgate is adjustable, so you can set it to how far up you want it to stop, which is cool. So this is the storage space with the seats up. You can see this seat is a little bit more reclined than this seat. The seats can recline, which is cool. You do have a power outlet back here. You have storage over here, and your gas, look like your tools and your gas tank is under that floor right there. You just undo those clips over there. A little storage on this side. And then to drop the seats, you just pull the cord and it'll drop forward. It's not one hand friendly because when you pull it, you gotta push it forward too. So keep that in mind. But this one has the folding cargo tray. So this is something you can add to your Pilot. Doesn't come with it. It's part of the protection package that this one has. But yeah, you have storage underneath. So you lift this guy up and you can take this thing out and you can see there's a hard side, a carpet side. This also can come down here too and just store away if you have something taller and you just don't want the cover. And then also, let's put that guy back right there. You have a deeper floor than the previous Pilot. Now, because you get a donut, this floor is deep. If you get a Trail Sport that gives you the full size spare tire, this cargo space is gonna be a lot shallow because of the full size spare tire. But definitely plenty of cargo room, plenty of space back here. Let's take a look at the 2024 Honda Pilot trim walk. And I mentioned all the trim levels: plain Jane LX, you have the Sport, you have the EXL, you have the Trail Sport Touring, and Elite. But today we're going to focus on the EXL. And the EXL is an upgrade from the Sport. The Sport is an upgrade from the LX. So the EXL will have everything the LX and the Sport have, minus some cosmetics that the Sport has and the LX. But this is what it adds. So you have the 7-mode drive system, and for all drive models, you get the normal Econ, Snow, Tow, Sport, Trail, and Sand. And it said all-wheel drive because the two-wheel drive EXL don't get all 7 drive modes. I think you're missing like 2 of them or something like that. You have the 18-inch machine finished alloy wheels with pewter gray inserts, the 255 60/18 tires, all-season tires, 2-position memory seats, and side mirrors. Like I said, these are stuff I'm naming that the Sport doesn't have. So if you're shopping between Sport and EXL, this is going to be important for you. And if you don't like nothing on here, stick with the Sport. You have the low-speed braking control feature. You have the heated body-colored power side mirrors with LED turn signals integrated, and reverse gear tilt down. So what this guy is when you put the Pilot in reverse, if you have your side mirror switch to L or R, which is left or right, when you put the Pilot in reverse, whichever left or right you have the switch on, it'll tilt that mirror down so it can show you the curb. It's actually a cool feature. If you leave it in the middle, then it won't tilt down. I've had customers that thought their side mirrors were broken because whenever they put in reverse, one of them will flip down, but that's what this feature is. You have acoustic glass windshield, so a more quieter interior compared to the Sport. You have the sunshades built in on the second row. You have the power tailgate. You have the front and rear parking sensors. You have the leather trim seats. You have the available second row captain's chair, because when you get an EXL, when we build one, I'm gonna show you guys. You either get one that's a 8-passenger, or you get one that's a 7-passenger. That's, you choose one pretty much. That's not available in the Sport. Sport is a bench only. LX is bench only. You get a better sound system, so 245-watt audio system with 9 speakers, including a subwoofer. You get the 19. I want to say 19. You get the 9-inch color touchscreen display with volume knob, customizable features, settings, and smart shortcuts. So, from the 23 videos I've been doing, a lot of people will comment mentioning that they wish that the Pilot had a bigger touchscreen display. This 9-inch is bigger than the previous Pilot display, and I know we're kind of spoiled because everyone else have the wide screens, and kind of like Mercedes and like the Hyundais and the Kias and BMWs and yada yada. But I want to dive into that after we build it. I want to talk a little bit more about that. But you get satellite radio, HD radio, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. If you get the Sport, you have to plug your phone in. If you get the LX, plug your phone in. You do get the wireless phone charger, and you get USB charging ports in the second and third row. Like, I'm actually shocked that the EXL gets the USBs in third row. Usually Honda will leave that for an Elite or a Touring. So it's a nice touch. You do have the 12-volt power outlet, front console, cargo area, the cabin talk too. Like, I'm surprised that's in an EXL. So the value of the EXL definitely went up. Minus not having a moonroof anymore, because the previous Pilot had a moonroof, but you get a lot more stuff in the EXL now with this new generation. Auto dimming rear view mirror. You still get home link. That's important because you can't even get it on the HRV, and I think you can't add it on a Civic. If you get a Touring or Sport Touring as standard, if you get anything below that, you can't add it as an accessory. It's crazy. CRV, you have to add it as an accessory. Accord, you have to add it as an accessory. So, or can you even get on the? No, I think you can get on the Accord, but I have no idea why they have it like this. Usually EXLs get home link standard in the cars, but SUVs, the bigger SUVs still have it. And you have the integrated second row sunshades. So what the heck were they talking about up here? Didn't they say sunshades already, or am I crazy? Or maybe I'm just crazy. I thought they mentioned that. And yeah, look at that, integrated second row sunshades. And then am I going crazy? Oh yeah, look, they put it twice. Integrated second row sunshades. Integrated second row sunshades. So that looked like that's a typo from Honda. That's funny. Hidden storage well and roof rails not included. So the reason why they put this there, because you get roof rails on the Sport, and this mentioned that you get everything that the Sport has. It's not true, because you don't get roof rails. So let's jump in and build one out. So here's all the trim levels. You have LX, Sport, EXL. And this is why I say mid-trim, because the Trail Sport kit pretty much will touch 50. The EXL will be under 50, but it is a big jump from EXL to Trail Sport or EXL to Touring. And that's mainly because of you can get two-wheel drive in the EXL. You can't get two-wheel drive in a Trail Sport. So all-wheel drive adds $2,100, and if you do get an all-wheel drive, you're looking at 19 city, 25 highway. If you get a two-wheel drive, you're looking at 19 city, 27 highway. So you see the gas difference there. And 3.5 V6, 10-speed automatic transmission, 285 horsepower, 262 foot-pound of torque. So this engine is the same liter, so it's the same displacement as the previous Pilot, but they did kind of revamp it. So I wonder if they mentioned it here. Which is enough to get up and go. The 10-speed, so it doesn't tell you, but yeah, pretty much it's the same engine, but they did kind of switch some things up to make it more less dramatic, make it more premium when you're driving it. So we're gonna do all-wheel drive. Let's jump into the colors. Now you have Crystal Black Pearl, and that only comes with black interior. Oh yeah, by the way, the headliner is gray. Forgot to mention that. And if you go with a Lunar Silver, the only interior is gray, and the headliner is gray. If you get a Modern Steel Metallic, only option is black interior. If you get Obsidian Blue, I believe that's only gray. Yeah, it's only gray interior. If you get Platinum White Pearl, you have the option to choose between black or gray. Also, Platinum White Pearl is $455 more. Radiant Red is $455 more, and it's only black interior. If you want more color combinations and more options, you have to go up to a Touring or an Elite. And Elite actually adds the new brown interior that I love. But we're gonna click on Platinum White Pearl, and we're gonna do the gray interior and the 6 wheel packages. Oh, we're gonna jump into that in a second. Let me just get the base price out the way. If you get the 7 passenger, it is $300 more than bench, so keep that in mind. So we add a 7 passenger in there, which is cool. I just want to make sure I read everything on that guy. So if you go to summary, and the base price is $44,800, Platinum White Pearl is $455, and this base price is already including the captain's chair. So you can see right here, second row captain's chair is included, because I clicked on it. You're looking at destination handling $1,375, and MSRP is $46,630. So this is why I say this is a sweet spot, because you're under 50 and you still get a lot of equipment. You're not getting everything, but to be honest, this is what most customers would like in their third row SUV, carrying around their family and stuff, some equipment, and that's what this guy is. You do get a Honda Service Pass, which is a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan. So let's jump into, I want to show you guys the manufacturer packages. So these are PPO packages, and these are packages that's already installed at the factory. So this is before the car gets to your dealership. Honda already installed these parts, and that's important, because if Honda already installed some of these parts, let's say a function package. Let's say you bought your Pilot and you want to add this package afterwards. It's gonna cost you more than if you bought one that had it from Honda, because you have to pay labor at your dealership. But since these parts are already on from Honda, there's no labor. So when you are shopping for a Pilot and you notice that the MSRPs are, let's say you look at it, you see 3 EXLs, and they're probably like $1,000, $2,000 difference. Is because one of them probably have a PPO package, because the color only changed the price about $455. So the biggest difference you're gonna see is the PPO package. Because for example, let's look at a function package. Let's see what this entails. So this guy gives you a cargo net, cargo cover, first aid kit, door sill, protection film, rear bumper applique, which is cool. If you want to add this package from your dealership, you're not paying $585. You're paying definitely more than that, because labor is in there. And HPD black package, HPD black package, 2 HPD black packages. So for the previous Pilot, there was only HPD black, HPD bronze, and that's it. But one is, oh, this is a plus, HPD plus. What is this? This is new to me. So the HPD plus is gonna give you the fender flares, the lower door trim. You get the HPD sticker in the back. Oh, rear, yeah, HPD sticker in the back. You get the HPD side decal, HPD 18-inch matte black alloy finish wheel. Oh, you get these wheels. That's cool. And wheel lug nut set and tire pressure monitoring. Huh. So channel the thrill and aggression of IndyCar and Baja racing with the Honda Performance Development HPD Plus package, a black package. These bold accessory highlights, rugged capabilities, and challenging spirit. So it looks good, but let's see. So that one's about 2,100. The Plus is 20, pretty much $3,000, and the regular HPD is 2,100. So this gets you the lower door trim, the 18-inch alloy wheels. So why is it showing the fender flares though if it don't list it on here? All right, so I don't know if you guys noticed. So what it's listing right here is the door trim, the wheels, and black lug nuts, and that's pretty much it. So you can get an HBD package, I guess, without the stickers. That's what it looks like. You won't have the side emblem, and you won't have the rear emblem. So, like for example, oh, okay. So the picture that they're using as an example is just wrong. So this is what the HBD package would look like, not the Plus, just the regular one. And it won't have, so if you don't want all the stickers and stuff, you can get one without the stickers and stuff. So you get the wheels, get the lower trim, black wheel lugs. That's pretty much it. If you add the Plus, let me take that off. The Plus is going to give you the fender flares. Okay, so it's still the same wheels. They got to fix that because this picture is like a complete different thing. You get the fender flares, lower trim, you get the wheels, HBD sticker on the side emblem, and HBD sticker back here. Interesting. That's new. They never had Plus before. Oh, same thing. You could get bronze and bronze plus. Interesting. Oh, okay. You have the towing package, the captain's chair. Well, that's interesting. And then there are accessory packages. So these are stuff that you can add from the dealership, and all-season protection package, which that's what my Pilot have. You have the cargo protection package and just a protection package. Oh, there's two different, and they switch up these packages. But what I really wanted to jump in, so let's jump into the interior real fast. Let's see what we can add. So you can add, look at this thing, a cargo kit. This is for your pets. Now, if you add this, you can't use the third row. So, yet sturdy design, blah, 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 blah. Some components, colors may vary. Yeah, if you get that's cool though for your pet. That way your pet's not coming up there. While you're driving, stuff like that. They can have their own compartment back there. They have a cargo cover, cargo net. Same thing, I think. Wait, hold on. Oh, wow. They have oh, okay. I see what happens. So they have the cargo cover where you can use it. That's interesting because I think I could have sworn the cargo cover for the previous Pilot, it was from the second row and back, so you couldn't use the third row, or maybe I'm mistaken. But this one, it's you can have the third row up and it'll still cover. The clips behind third row headrest. Okay, I see how that works. And you have the side panel protectors, cargo tray. They have a lot more accessories on the Pilot, so that's why I'm kind of oohing and on, like, oh snap, it got this. Because the previous Pilot didn't have most of these goodies. So look at that logo pattern projector. Wow, so this is new. So the previous Pilot, you were able to get seat covers for the third row and the second row. And because the airbags were, I believe, in the seat, they'd never made one for the first row, and now they do. That's it. That's cool. Wow, okay. And I know this is like a wetsuit material to make sure, it don't, let me see, special design for oh, see, look, they made it now. It works with the side airbags. So previously, they didn't work. Like if we look at an Odyssey right now, I believe the same thing. The Odyssey, you can't get seat covers for the front seats because of the whole airbag situation. So interesting. You can add a heated steering wheel, so that's cool. Cool to know. Engine block heater, and then these are gonna be the roof racks and cross bars and all that good stuff. Blacked out emblems. All right, so I wanted to actually look at it. Said 6 wheels. I was like, what in the world? So here are the regular EXL wheels. The HPD wheels goes hard. Like if I bought a Pilot, this is what I'm adding. If I don't get a trail support, I'm adding these guys. These are fire. I like those and these. Like look at these compared to these. Crazy. And then they have them in bronze, which is interesting. I think it depends on what color you get, but I'll probably get the gray. And then you can add 20s. And then not only you can add 20s, you can add HPD 20s. You can really dress up a Pilot if you wanted to. That's cool, but we're gonna go back to the stocks. So, my opinion on the EXL Pilot. First thing first is a lot of people, like I said, was complaining about the screen size in the Pilot. Now, Honda is not known for having all the latest tech or most updated tech. Honda is a very universal brand, so they try to make a vehicle that's reliable and have at least some of your I won't say your basic tech, but at least tech that you need. But it won't like they always like take a while before they start adding things. For example, everyone had panoramic moonroof in their third row SUV. We literally just got it for this generation for 23. Everyone else mostly had 360 camera. We just got it for 23. So that Honda's been that way for years. That's always been their blueprint. So some certain things, they will have before other cars. Like I remember Apple CarPlay and Android Auto became standard in all of our Hondas back in 17, and some cars still didn't get it to like 19 to 2020. So there are a few technologies that's Honda will have that other cars don't have. But with the screen, like I feel like the Accord just got redesigned and they have the widescreen. If you're familiar with Honda, they're more likely when they come out with something new on one specific car, it'll trickle down to the other cars eventually. Or they'll have their own like design or their own little flair to it. But let's actually jump in the interior real fast so you see what I'm talking about. So the screen right here, a lot of people a lot of people are complaining about the size of the screen. I think it's a good size for the Pilot because if you just look at the interior and then look at like a lot of other cars, Honda is very conservative and they try to keep interiors not too plain, but not too spaceship out of this world. Like if you look at like a Telluride and look at that interior, that's like a complete different interior compared to this. Like Honda's very simple. People that buy Honda want something that's just gonna A to B, that's reliable, and they have some tech. If you're looking for the latest tech, you're probably not gonna find in the Pilot. You're gonna find in other big SUVs. But if you want something spacious, plenty of room, this something you can put 300,000 miles on it and you're gonna be comfortable. This is definitely the way to go. So I'm gonna end this video here. I appreciate you for sticking around and kind of going through all of this on the walk around because I know this video is a little bit longer. I just discovered a few things that I was like, oh, this needs to stay in the video. So I'm gonna end everything here. I appreciate you guys for watching. You already know the drill. Drop a comment below. Any questions? Anything I've missed? Do you want to buy one of these? Are you gonna pass on one of these? Do you wish I had more features? Is it just right? Let me know. I'm here to talk. I'll catch you guys in the next walk around.